So I don't know how a doc on plants is really going to be super interesting unless you're a botanist. Hi guys, Keecher64 here, and today we're talking about the physical media releases for the month of August in the year 2022. That's right, by the time I get this video up, it'll probably be a couple weeks into August, but I'd rather have the video up halfway through the month than not do the video at all, because there actually are some pretty cool things that are coming out this month, and some of those things you may have already picked up, because as I said, it's probably about a week or two into the month by the time I get this one up. But if you're new here, the way that I do this, I just pick out new releases, things that I'm interested in. I don't try and cover every single release because that would be a really long video and a lot of work. So I'm just pick out things that I'm most interested in, some Steelbooks, some out-of-print titles, some mainstream stuff, some things that I think you guys might be interested in. And with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming to 4K, and I've not seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's been on Paramount Plus for a couple months now. And so I've had the opportunity to check it out. I think it's weird that they put out the stuff on streaming like months before the physical media is releasing. I actually thought the physical media for this one already came out. But I'm not really into the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I have a lot of respect for the fact that the creators addressed a lot of the fan backlash when the original design for Sonic came out, and we even saw Ugly Sonic appear in the Rescue Rangers movie, so that was pretty sweet. So I have a lot of respect for the creators going back and fixing the movie. I think that's what made that the movie such a success. So I have a lot of respect for them. Just not really my type of movie. I do like Tails, by the way. Everybody always shits on Tails. I've liked Tails since I was a kid. When Sonic 2 came out, I was like, Tails is pretty sweet. He can fly. I do have the Sonic Mega Collection on GameCube, which has all of the classic Sonic games on it. And when I fire up my GameCube, that's what's getting played. Now, there is the Steelbook coming out. I actually think the Steelbook is pretty sweet. If I was going to buy this, I'd probably go for the Steelbook. I love the checker pattern on it. It definitely evokes the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. So, and if you don't have the first one, there is a 2-pack coming out for $30. You can get Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 for $30. Not a bad deal at all. Red Dawn is coming to 4K, and I might be picking this one up. It might be an upgrade. Obviously, I already have it on Blu-ray. I think the first Red Dawn is awesome. They did a remake with Josh Peck and Chris Hemsworth. It wasn't that good. But the original is still pretty solid, pretty awesome. And so I might get the 4K. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. What I will say is that the Steelbook looks pretty sweet. If I am going to get it, it's going to be to get the Steelbook. I like the color use. I just like the design of this. I think it's really, really awesome. So if you've not seen Red Dawn, it's a quintessential 80s movie. I would highly recommend checking it out. Heat is also coming to 4K, and I don't own Heat, so maybe it's worth a pickup. There's also a Steelbook of Heat that's coming out as well. Doom is getting a 4K release. That's right, it's a video game movie, so you know it's going to be great. Now, video game movies you can always count on to be mediocre at best, and Doom is kind of one of those things. It's like, it's fine. I watched it one time. I was just like, well, whatever. I don't really have a big connection to the Doom franchise, so I wasn't as offended by it by some other people who might be fans of the game. But I'm surprised that this is getting a 4K, but hey, it's getting a 4K release. Event Horizon is getting a 4K 25th anniversary Steelbook release, and that's pretty sweet. I don't own Event Horizon. I've only seen Event Horizon once, and it was on TV back in the day, so heavily edited. It's the type of movie that I'm surprised was even on TV. The amount of editing they probably had to do to put it on TV. But yeah, the Steelbook looks pretty sweet. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. That's right, the third Indiana Jones movie. The individual Steelbook releases of the Indiana Jones movies. I've been picking them up. I do have Temple of Doom right here, which I got last month. Raiders of the Lost Ark is back there on the wall. And Last Crusade is coming out this month. It's in the mail. I pre-ordered all of these. I like the individual releases. I didn't like the pack that they came out with. I like the Drew Struzan designed art that they went with for these Steelbooks. So I can't wait to get The Last Crusade. Warrior is getting a Steelbook. This is a Best Buy exclusive 4K, which is pretty sweet. I already own Warrior. I don't know if it's the type of movie that I feel like it needs an upgrade, but I do like the Steelbook design. I think that's pretty sweet. Flatliners, the 1990 version, they did a remake, if I remember correctly, like 20 2016. I don't remember. It was very forgettable. But the original Flatliners is getting a 4K Arrow release. The Green Planet on 4K. This is a BBC documentary. I am a big fan of the BBC documentaries of 4Ks. The way these things are shot is amazing. This Planet Earth on 4K. The one I watched the most is actually Blue Planet 2 on 4K. Amazing looking documentaries. The Green Planet is about plants, so I don't imagine it's going to be quite as interesting as something like Planet Earth. So I don't know how a doc on plants is really going to be super interesting unless you're a botanist. But it is kind of cool that that's getting a 4K release. Harry Potter, the 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts. This was a special that was on HBO. It's getting a physical media release, which is kind of interesting. One thing I have massive respect about for HBO is that they're definitely not afraid to put any of their exclusives, anything like that out. They're not afraid to put those out on physical media. Like, they understand that's an extra market, that can be a separate market to get some extra revenue. Unlike Disney, who does not like to put any of their exclusives from their streaming platform on physical media. I don't expect we ever will see things like The Mandalorian on physical media. This documentary, I haven't seen it. I do own HBO. I like the Harry Potter movies, but I'm a bigger... I like Lord of the Rings more. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy is awesome, so if they did one for Lord of the Rings, I'd probably be more likely to check that one out. Regardless, that's kind of cool that it's getting a Blu-ray release. Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 are coming to 4K, and they're also getting the Steelbook releases. So I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and wait till October for this one. And one thing I noticed last October when I did my physical media videos is the amount of horror movies that get re-releases and stuff like that around, Halloween in October. That's the time to release those things. I don't know why they didn't hold off Child's Play for that, but from what I can see already early on, October is going to be a pretty big month for physical media. If you like horror stuff or you like Steelbooks, there's a lot of things coming out. So I've seen all the Child's Play movies. I haven't watched them in a decade or more, but they're fine. I mean, they have their pop culture place, and it's cool that they're getting Steelbook release. What Women Want is getting a Blu-ray release as well. They did a terrible, updated version of this with What Men Want, and it was just awful. If you actually compare the two, you can clearly tell which one's the more mean-spirited one. What Women Want it's fine. This is the first time it's coming to Blu-ray, so I thought that was pretty interesting. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is coming to Blu-ray for the first time. Now, What's Eating Gilbert Grape was actually on a video I did several years ago, talking about movies that have not gotten Blu-ray releases. Obviously there's the big ones that I've harped on, like True Lies and The Abyss, because James Cameron, for some reason, doesn't want to put out Blu-rays of those movies. But there's lots of movies that have not gotten Blu-ray releases. What's Eating Gilbert Grape never had a Blu-ray release. First time coming to Blu-ray, so that's pretty cool. My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. And this is something you might not know about me, because I'm not a huge anime fan. Obviously, like Dragon Ball Z and that, but My Hero Academia, I am a big fan of My Hero Academia. I think these were the last two movies that came out. I love the show. It's really solid. It reminds me like what I used to like about superheroes whenever I was a kid. Unfortunately, a lot of the writers who are currently writing Western superheroes, they don't know how to do it anymore. So basically this goes back to basics and just does it so well. So I definitely recommend My Hero Academia if you like superheroes and you grew up in the 90s, like the more basic look at what superheroes are supposed to be. A lot of fun. It's a really good show, and I can't wait to check out this movie. This is definitely one I'm going to be picking up this month because, as I said, I picked up the last couple ones. This is getting a Best Buy Steelbook release, which is pretty sweet. And not only is it getting a Best Buy Steelbook release, it's also getting a Walmart exclusive release. So there's a massive audience for My Hero Academia. I used to go to conventions pretty regularly. Haven't been in a couple years, but I used to go to comic conventions and entertainment conventions, and the enthusiasm and the My Hero Academia stuff has grew every single year. So And with good reason, in my opinion. I think that what they're doing is really awesome. And finally, we got Bionic Woman. The complete Blu-ray is coming out. Now, last month, I think, I'm pretty sure it was last month, $6 Million Man came out. And I said in my video, I was like, I like $6 Million Man, but I was always more partial to Bionic Woman. I preferred Bionic Woman over $6 Million Man. I said that in last month's video when $6 Million Man came out. Now Bionic Woman's coming out on Blu-ray, and I think that's pretty awesome. As I said, I grew up watching a lot of the older '80s shows on reruns, you know. So A-Team, Bionic Woman, good stuff. So I think it's really cool that the Bionic Woman is getting a complete Blu-ray release. I don't know how good the restoration is. A lot of these '80s shows some of them have had really good restorations, and some of them have had lazy, piss poor restorations. I don't know which group this is going to fall into because I haven't heard anything about it yet. But I just think it's cool that Bionic Woman's getting a physical media release. And that's it, guys. This one's a little bit of a shorter video, but what I want to do with these physical media videos is make them a little bit shorter, hopefully make them a little bit more accessible to people who are just kind of curious as far as what some of the biggest things coming out during the month are. I really like doing these videos because it gives me an idea what's coming out. It gives me an opportunity to talk about things that I don't normally get to talk about on the channel, and every single month is something new, and I get to talk about physical media, which is something I really like. Unfortunately, I've been segueing into some other things, so I haven't had as much time to talk about physical media as I normally do. But hopefully we can start getting back into regular Physical Media Tuesday videos again. I've got a collection update coming up, a big collection update, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys, as well as some other things that I have planned, some other projects I have in regards to physical media. So I just want to thank everybody for checking out this video. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geechu64, and I always tell you the truth.